1 and 99.5 FM.
The third world is not poor. You don't go to poor countries to make money. There are very few poor countries in this world. Only the people are poor. When people didn't have enough to eat, when people were driven to the edge of desperation, there's billions to be made there, to be carved out and to be taken. The capitalist European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the bauxite. They have taken out of these countries. These countries are not underdeveloped. They're overexploited. They're overexploited. They're overexploited.
Gentlemen, welcome to the general show. Actually, 99.5 FM. Of course, you might want to watch the map for you. Those are my persons. Who else? You can also WhatsApp us on 622-2020 as WhatsApp message, and you can also call us as well. Without further ado, it is Monday night, and I'm having this over to make this presentation.
Namaste, Joshua.
Namaste.
This is a special studio, Guyana. I am on resting stage, way out of the city. And the doctors advise, take it easy. But there have been so many things happening over the past week that I wasn't on the radio. I decided to step out and just give you guys a little rundown of what took place during my absentee days. To be honest, I missed you people. I want to be there. I want to be on this program every Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. And not being here last week, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm uncomfortable. And I read something that says being happy is being healthy. So doing this program, I think I'm healthy and I'm happy. So I want to say namaste to all of you, and I'll be back. Hopefully Friday. Skip a Wednesday and give you guys on Friday. So let's get going, Miss Harris. Namaste to you. Namaste, Miss Mortley. Thank you. You know, when our vice president was in opposition, he told the media that the contract which was signed with ExxonMobil by Trotman would harm this nation for decades into the future. He even accused the coalition of having sold out our patrimony to ExxonMobil. Mr. Jagdeo wasn't the only one in the PPP that spoke out against the contract while they were in opposition. Anil Nandalal, the now Attorney General, was another one who said more than one time in Parliament that the ExxonMobil contract is the worst on planet Earth. Uncle and Auntie, I hope that both the Vice President and Anil join me in the court challenge I brought against the tax giveaway to the oil companies. After all, the Attorney General says it's the worst contract, and the Vice President says it will hurt this country for decades to come. Now, I also see chartered accountant Christopher Ram has picked up on my court challenge on the tax giveaway to ExxonMobil. And he said, if Guyana hadn't given away that tax to ExxonMobil, Guyana would have received $4 billion from taxes in 2020 from just Exxon two partners, Hess and CNOOC alone. He said the government now has the opportunity to rebalance the contract in favor of the Guyanese people with this legal challenge. What do you think, Ms. Harris? They're going to join me? I hope so too. I was missing, like I said, in action since last week after that one-man protest. I just want to let you know that about 40 people joined me and the protest went well. For my share, I think I did well last Wednesday at Houston. The protest, Uncle and Auntie, continued on Saturday, but I couldn't join them due to the doctor's advice. According to Miss Harris, who is with me here in this far-out hideout studio, the protest went well, and they plan to continue until the renegotiation of this oil contract is achieved. Will it be achieved, Josh? Yes, it will. And it must. They plan to take the protest countrywide, and I am with them. And any other individual who wants to fight the fight to bring about a change for the Guyanese people. You people have to join us too. And like I said, you can do it with your neighbors on the street, right where you live. 4 or 5 of you guys hold a piece of paper and take a photograph and send it to us. Let us show the coalition and the PPP government along with the oil companies that we will stand up and we are ready to fight for our share of our own wealth. One of Kaieteur News headline caught my eyes on Sunday that made me smile. 3 courageous Guyanese women are asking the court through their lawyers, Miss Melinda Janke and Mr. Ronald Bart Smith, to put a stop to ExxonMobil flaring. They are Sinka Henry, Charlena Nagir, and Adriska Torrington. Proper people, my type of people. One happens to be a UG student out of that 3. What a great way to start your career, child. Beautiful way. I salute you to take on this fight. So there you have it. 2 court challenges, one after the other against ExxonMobil. And of course, our government not standing up for us. We have to move to the courts. And I am certain that more will follow very soon. The Guyanese people will not sit back idle and allow foreigners to push their fingers down their eyes like that. Let them push their finger down the eyes of your leaders. Yes, they can handle that. Me and you shouldn't take that. Then, Uncle and Auntie, there was this next headline that caught my eyes, that made me grin instead of smile. Remember how they rushed through the oil bill when all of y'all drinking rum and having a good time during the Christmas holidays? Yeah, man. Joshua, you remember? Yes. They tried to sneak into law quietly, and before you know it, you wake up drunk next morning with the oil law that give Jagdeo and President Ali the power to take out all the oil money and spend it how they feel like. I did a special Christmas program, Joshua, just to warn you of that devious plot they set in motion to hoodwink Guyana. You remember the program? Yeah. Christmas Day? I leave my house for that. They put that law into place without any jail sentence. If anybody misuse or abuse your oil money. Joshua, you remember the opposition had no say in it? Yeah. And they passed the bill in 20 minutes? Yeah, man. And you also remember the next day before cock crow, President Ali secretly signed it into law. And before they clean, the next day, actually signed an order giving them the power to withdraw and spend that oil money. You hear that? Well, the vice president, the financial guru, Bara Jagdeo, said the oil money will be used for this year's budget. Before the law was passed, Joshua, you know what I say? The money will be used for green economy projects and natural disasters, if any should happen. That's what they said. The law done pass to spend the money, and today is a different tune. Bara Jagdeo telling this nation. You hear that? It's a different tune he's singing. He said how the money is spent in the 2022 budget for build inflated roads, schools, hospitals, fire stations, and stuff like that. Miss Harris, is the same routine way of running Guyana all over again with your oil money on every project they do. Every project they do, you can do 10 with the money they spend. So the couple $100 million you got, US you got sitting, you're going to get a couple projects with it, and the chunk of the money will vanish into pockets and bank accounts. Don't ask me whose pocket and whose bank accounts. I can't answer that question. Too hard for me to answer. I didn't went so far to school to answer those questions. But you guys know these projects that they go along with, when the day come, where the extra money just go, where the kickback just go. And you remember what the law said, Josh? The minister can go to jail if he don't tell we how much money go in and coming out the account. He can't go to jail for what he do with the money. If he give his mother, his brother, his sister, his father, his children, his grandfather, or even if he give his dying grandmother, you can't jail him for that. He can take that money and do whatever they want to do with it. Once they report to Guyana that they take out the money. The minister can only get jail for not telling us how much he put in and how much he take out. The law well crafted, eh? Man, I think America need these guys to help them draft some law, man. Jagdeo and Ashley Singh, along with Brasington, are three masters in things like these. They are masters of putting confidentiality clauses too. Yeah, man, in everything they do. So your little oil money will be taken out and shredded into pieces. Hi! Ta-da! Uncle, they're hell bent on grabbing every cent this country earns. And this is your country called Guyana. My beautiful Guyana. Yours too, Miss Harris? The doctor tell me to rest and look what you guys got me doing. Eh? I should be doing this thing, man. The doctor said don't take on the problems of this country. Lall, don't stress on these things. Well, I'm trying my best not to stress on them. But I am feeling my heart is racing away here. So should I stop, Joshua? All right, so let me carry on. I love this country, man. Our leaders, and I mean all of them, should have been busy, Joshua, going after the billions in US dollars this country is losing out on a monthly basis in our oil sector. Instead, these corrupt, smart clowns spending all their energies running after a few pennies. I don't know if this country will ever see good with these low-life clowns we have here. You know, it's so sad. My heart's still racing away, you know. Joshua, you think I should take it easy? Oh my, look what these people are running after. And they're smart guys. I don't know. I don't understand. But let me tell you, it's only one person ruling everything here, you know. Whatever he says, go. I've been talking to some of these people quietly in the background, and they all agree with every single program I do. But they're afraid to come out and open their mouth. Man told them, tell me they watch the vice president too hard. They're frightened if they could go back and sit down in their seat. That's how scary this man have the government. One man making all the decisions, running the show. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, Jack. They wake up, man. Starbrook News headline today. Big and bold. You gotta hear this one, Josh. Up new AFC MPs facing discipline over bad behavior. That headline. When the PPP didn't want to debate, over the oil law, they passed it just like that. And when the coalition members kick up a stink, the PPP members calling that bad behavior now. Look what is happening in this country. When you drive down the road, Uncle and Auntie, I've been out there yesterday. You see the facial expressions on some people. How hungry, how hopeless our Guyanese people are. And instead, we leaders, we MPs, go to Parliament to discuss the wholesale thievery of this country's wealth that can put smiles back on those people's faces. These brilliant leaders going to Parliament to discipline MPs for bad behavior. You believe this thing, man? Huh? I am so happy, Miss Harris. My grandkids are young and don't have to listen or read these types of headlines because it will take me to my grave faster than I expect. Grieving for my grandkids, growing up with that backward and dotish mentality. Yes, Guyana losing millions of US dollars on a daily basis through supplies to the oil operations out there. Yes, them supply boats. Supply boats alone losing more than $1 million US a day. A day. Several multi-million-dollar contracts are given out by the oil companies to foreigners, and you're not hearing a single word from these MPs. Guyana didn't audit 20 billion US dollars. Guyana running out of time to audit the third project what Jagdeo signed away. And them, they're busy running ahead, running away to give a fourth project for another 10 billion US dollars without getting a renegotiation on anything? Huh? Joshua, what is going on in this land, bro? And on top of that, Uncle and Auntie, they're telling us they're going to Parliament to discipline opposition member on bad behavior. Huh? You laugh, right? ExxonMobil and all them foreign companies committing criminal acts against the Guyanese people every day. And you're not disciplining them. You're disciplining the opposition for bad behavior. When the people talk about the thieving oil bill, they sneak through Parliament in the night. Excuse me. That is what you go in. That is what you go in to sanction them about. Come on, man. You people serious? Huh? Last week, we reported how ExxonMobil gave out 3 contracts to American and TT firms for picking up the garbage out there. Lab testing and cleaning the vessels out there. 3 huge contracts we gave out. Friday, we also reported how 12 companies bidding to review the 4th project. Yes, the 4th project, Yellowtail. And out of that 12 companies, some of them are clients of ExxonMobil. You didn't hear me there, man. Out of the people who bidding to review the Payar project, most of them are ExxonMobil clients. So basically, ExxonMobil making sure everything stays within the family with our oil money. Hear that? So, another contract. This review contract for the 4th project is going to land in one of ExxonMobil clients' hands. I love this country. The review they're talking about there, uncle, is what a Canadian woman did in 6 weeks for the 3rd project that left us with that bill for 9 billion American dollars. She did check it and said it was okay, and Jagdeo signed it off the next day. Now this project will be done maybe in less than 6 weeks. Yes, less than 6 weeks with no proper review. And Guyana will lose another 10 billion American dollars. And I bet my last dollar. Instead, Jagdeo holding back this one and fish out a 10 billion US on renegotiation before approving this project. I bet in me clothes to man, not only the money in my pocket, the clothes, because I can walk naked in the streets. Any bets? That you ain't gonna get, Guyana will not get 10 billion Guyanese cent, much as US $10 billion. You will not get full cover insurance. Flaring will not stop. You still wouldn't get a cent in taxes. And most importantly, you will still leave with that 2%, no percent royalty. And Bharat Jagdeo will approve this project overnight again. Any bets? I am ready to take off my clothes now on the radio station. You ready? You will not get nothing. That's the man we have running this land. Nothing you will get. Then he can go back to Parliament and discipline the opposition MPs for bad behavior. Any bets? Yes, man, that is what they're good at. Cussing on each other. And before I forget this one, Joshua, just pop in my brain, Jack, they will not even change the 2-year time check all the bills. Jack, they will not use this trump card he has in his hands to correct that, to extend the time so that Guyana can have ample time to check every bill and recheck them to ensure, to make sure that the bills ExxonMobil is giving us is authentic, is correct. Any bets? No, man, he will not. He will not change anything. And you know what, Uncle and Auntie? Your president, that young president, Dr. Irfan Ali, and our opposition leader, Mr. Joseph Harmon, both of them will stay silent. Ms. Harris, I'm not hearing you. Sleep with me. You will not hear a single word from them. Yes. And that fourth project will slide away. That's why I told you people, join me in the streets. You know, join me in the streets and let your voices and your feet wake these leaders up. You will be waking up in the streets, sleeping without an empty bag to cover when these oil companies done with Guyana. I had to smile when I see the headline. When I see this headline, when the opposition said, they're going to grill PPP on ExxonMobil spending. You hear that? Mm-hmm. That is yesterday, 2 days paper. Them going to grill the PPP on ExxonMobil spending. Them going to Parliament to grill PPP on Exxon spending. This is a set of comedians this land has. One set of discipline, one side, and the other side going to grill the other side of ExxonMobil spending. They have to, they should have been, Ms. Harris, both of them being put together to grill ExxonMobil on their spending. Instead, they will grill one another on another man's spending. You hear that? Man, I don't know what type of people live in this country. Oh, this is not nonsense, Uncle and Auntie. This is facts, what I'm telling you. I am just telling you these news items we carried in the Kaieteur news. That them going for grilled PPP. Thank you, Bo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a glass of water. Oh my gosh, grilling PPP. You believe this in Joshua? They don't grill each other. we carried a lot of story 2 days back. How the government of Kenya, Joshua, this one is important. The president himself hiding a loan contract he signed between himself and China to give Kenya railway. He doesn't want the Kenyan people to see what kind of corrupt arrangement he signed with the Chinese government. So here, what he tell the Kenyan people. The contract got confidentiality clause. And if he breach it, it has implications on national security and foreign relations. You hear that, Ms. Harris? Yes. The man, Kenyan president, signed a contract with the Chinese government and put confidentiality clause and telling his people he can't release it because he can breach national security of Kenya. Wow. This is the most expensive project ever undertaken by the Kenyan government. And the president of the country telling its people it got implications on national security. I don't be surprised when you all hear the gas to shore project. Yes, that same gas to shore project contract cannot be released because of confidentiality clause that will be attached to it. Yes, it will breach national security. Winston Brasington is heading that one. Yes. And like I said, he loved confidentiality clause. So don't be surprised when that project come out. I don't see some names already that I'll speak down the road who are already within that project. Uncle and Auntie, the Kenyan project, that Kenyan railway road remind me of Brasington. Everything got confidentiality clause. If they sell a house, it got confidentiality clause. I always say on this program, thank David Granger, the ex-president. I say through milk at the man foot. Just for one single thing the man did. Releasing this ExxonMobil contract so that me and you, so that the entire Guyana, including Jagdeo, could have seen it. Had you wait on Jagdeo, had you wait on the finale, Ashley Singh for release that, 50 generations will come and go, and they will lock it off. Man, down to a little gold contract, a bauxite contract, a timber contract them sign. They keep it under lock and key. Almost $5 billion US. The Kenyan people said a railway cost. And in the first 4 years, the railway did not make money to pay its bills. The Kenyan government, Uncle and Auntie, designed it the same way the Borbies Bridge and the Marriott Hotel design. If the project does not make money, the taxpayers got to foot the bill. Yes. That is exactly what is going on in Kenya right now with that railway bridge, that railway line they put on. I don't know how long more it will go on. And I don't know if it will ever make money to sustain itself and to pay off the loan. But these are loans. These are projects, Guyana, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget me, please. These are projects. You have to watch Bharat Jagdeo and their finale and Ashley Singh. Why I'm calling their names? Because these are the leaders of your land. And they are going to bring infrastructural projects to Guyana all in the name of bettering this country. Watch them on these projects. These projects is big siphon off going on, and it only leads to impoverishment, starvation, and debt for your country. That is where Kenya is going with that one project. Mr. Jagde was going to put us down that road with the Amelia Falls, Hydro Falls project. I told you guys we spent almost 50, 60 million US dollar way back in those days on a road to nowhere. Dog and cat and snakes running on it. Instead, that money could have built maybe a highway in Guyana. But it's a project he was going to push down with through. He's regurgitating it right now, telling us that Chinese company putting down it to come supply GPL. You guys gotta careful with these people. The Demerara Harbor Bridge, he says a Chinese company again. You gotta careful with these people. You gotta watch them with all eyes and watch these projects. They're gonna tell you they need a highway. Careful. Don't be surprised when if you hear them tell you they want you can go railway too. Because they're gonna do you exactly what they're doing all those countries. In Pakistan, the cricketer Imran Khan tell China to keep a whole heap of projects they had thrown on the previous government. In Malaysia kicked away some of the project after you get change of government. Plenty other countries, when they realize that they're in a bind, they're let loose. Do not allow your leaders to coerce us into debts. Thank you. Let's move on. Let me call it a day with this last piece of information. Okay, Josh? Yeah. Today's lead story in the Kaieteur News says US ready to help Guyana with the oil spill plan. You hear that? US ready to help Guyana with oil spill plan, but silent on absence of insurance from Exxon parent company. Are you there? You with me? Good. So said the US Embassy in Guyana today. I wasn't at work for a couple of days, like I said. But reading the headline reminds me of the US ambassador the other day. Give Guyana 1.5 million to help regularize the fishing industry. And how happy we minister was to collect the money and praise the embassy for helping Guyana. I have said it before, 50 years today, and they never see Guyana need help for regularize the fishing industry. All of a sudden, the American giant out there pumping me iron, killing out every single thing. And all of a sudden, the embassy ready for help regularize your fishing industry. And we leaders jumping for joy on that. These intelligent clowns can't see, don't have the wisdom to understand that the embassy is looking out for their people's interests and not ours. Correct. Thank you. Now the US Embassy telling us today, hear this one, the US Embassy telling us today, the US Coast Guard is willing to help Guyana Civil Defense Commission start a 6-month series of joint activities designed to assist Guyana in the development of a reliable national response system for oil spills, while enhancing the CDC's maritime oil spill prevention. You hear that, man? these people words. Let me read back these people words, please. The U.S. Coast Guard is willing to help Guyana Civil Defense Commission start a 6-month series of joint operations designed to assist Guyana in the development of a reliable national response system for oil spills while enhancing the CDC's maritime oil spill prevention, planning, and response capabilities. You hear that?
Yeah.
Man, that type of a language, you hear me, can sell sour grapes and make it like fine wine. Yes, those words, uncle, would sell quicksilver for gold. That's the language they use there. And we leaders suck up and buy up to that. We leaders proud to put out big statement to say how the US Embassy is ready to help you get your acts together to clean up when an oil spill occurs. Yes, that's what they're busy telling you. But the US Embassy is completely numb and silent on the most important thing Guyana needs help on. Joshua, if they really want to help the Guyanese citizens, they should put out a statement telling ExxonMobil, Hess, and Sinnock parent companies, you hear me,
Yeah.
to give Guyana full cover insurance. But, Joshua, uncle and auntie, the embassy have gone completely numb when the word full cover insurance is concerned or is spoken. You know why, Guyana? Because an oil spill will dent both American companies with the Chinese companies' pockets out there. It will dent their bank accounts. And the embassies don't want that. They must not lose a cent. You will face the music. This is why they do not want to give Guyana full cover insurance, Joshua. They prefer to come and give you lip service and tell you the US Coast Guard coming to help train CDC people. Yes, with them couple ballahu. Yes, for clean up and take care of oil spill. They're actually telling you, Guyana, you're on your own with an oil spill. When an oil spill happened there. That's what they're actually telling you. Training you and left you on your own. Joshua, in every oil producing country, oil companies must give every nation full cover insurance. Suriname, our neighbor, said only last week that Suriname has full cover insurance. Not only for the country, but for the region at large. Signed by the parent companies, not the wishy-washy third parties Guyana has working out there. That's how serious Suriname take the business, uncle. This thing is so serious, auntie, that a single Trinidadian threatened to take Guyana to court in the absence of full cover insurance. The man means to protect Trinidad and its people if Guyana doesn't want to protect itself and can't protect them. I hope somebody help me with another lawsuit on this insurance. Lack of insurance in an oil country, auntie, will leave not only present generation, but future generations indebted for centuries to come. Please listen. Please understand what I'm saying. This thing is that serious, uncle. And our leaders, Vice President Jack Dave in particular, because he's heading the oil sector, when asked by one of my reporters about the insurance, saying he believed that the Exxon parent company will pick up the slack in the event of an oil spill. You believe this thing? Huh? Then he also said to at another occasion, he hoping to get ExxonMobil to acknowledge a $2 billion insurance policy for Guyana. I want to leave you guys tonight with this. Even if this oil contract changes and you get 50% royalty, uncle, with your 50% profit sharing, and you get one well blowout out there, Guyana and this entire region will be blown away, will be destroyed. And that 50% royalty and 50% profit sharing wouldn't help you then. ExxonMobil and others will pick up and walk away, leaving all of us in the mess because the leaders fail to heed this most important warning of insurance. Full cover insurance that every expert, every financial institution, every Guyanese is talking about. Dr. Ashni Singh said, insurance is a vital toolkit that every individual, every home should and must have. Uncle, insurance is so important. It is so important. This thing can take all your savings. It could disappear. Everything can disappear. And future generation savings. It is worse than if you take all your savings, finish it on your house, and a fire burn down the house the next day with your vehicle inside the garage. You barely wake up and jump out the window with your shorts on. Yeah, and everything flattened. Guyana, without full cover insurance from the oil industry, is 1,000,000 times worse than that man with his house and his car up in flames. At least he will jump through the window with a trunks or a brief on. Trust me, without full cover insurance, we wouldn't even have a country. It is better you tell ExxonMobil to take the oil free and protect Guyana with full cover insurance. Joshua, if I had an option between that 2% royalty and full cover insurance, give me full cover insurance. You know, a volcano erupted in Tongo. It's an island in the South Pacific. Yes. Between Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Peru, and the west coast of America. That volcano, uncle, caused an oil spill way down in Peru, and about 6,000 barrels of oil spill into their rivers in Peru. You don't want to know the madness the people find themselves in at present. Just Google it and you will see what's happening in Peru there. The Peruvian government is now demanding that the country is paid, and the people who suffer must be compensated. A huge neighborhood, the fishermen them cannot utilize anymore because of the oil spill. All of them now demanding compensation, and that is only 6,000 barrels of oil, Uncle and Auntie. Imagine one well blow out here. What becomes of this region? This is not 6,000, you know. They're pumping around 60,000 barrels a day from Lisa One alone. Everybody fighting for themselves and protecting their countries. Who are your leaders fighting for and protecting? Guyana. May I ask? You know, Joshua?
Yeah.
We should give back ExxonMobil their 2% royalty. And please demand full cover insurance. I will leave it here for now. Take some water and take some phone calls. Thank you for listening. I did a half an hour program here.
Yes, those numbers again are 226-7453 and the 226-7454 or 622-2222.
Joshua,
Yes.
before you get a call, so we've got to take it, you know.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow's newspaper, I'm looking at the front page now of the Kaieteur News. US, this is one of our headline, Uncle. US had moved to beef up port security in Guyana. Let me repeat it, man. US had moved to beef up port security in Guyana. Launches month-long program to weaken transactional criminal organizations.
My question
This thing is so.
are they starting with the
I think we should have a caller. Caller, you there?
Yes.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Glenn, you know, in California, the same big boy ExxonMobil, they have 3 oil rigs out in California there, pumping oil. But they had a pipeline that goes from the oil field outside that goes to the refinery in California. Well, the oil pipeline broke up. So they wanted to send the oil by trucks, 6,000 barrels a day by trucks, to the refinery in California, and the county has to give them permission or not. But the road they're taking it is a road. There's 6,000. There'll be like thousands of trucks every day, and the county will not give them. But in 35 years ago, the county had a deal with them. The county ensured that they had to do no flaring and stuff in the drilling, and because of that, one of the guy you wanted to show example, tell them he fought them, but they finally agreed to environmental safeguards for the people of California. So ExxonMobil does that in California, but they can't do that in Guyana. They can flare the flavors they please because I guess it's brown and black people live in Guyana.
Exactly, but I'm pretty much certain that that the state would have had to take into consideration the damages to transport the oil would have done to the roads and highways,
Oil spill,
and all that would have to be taken into consideration before granting them permission.
They are not giving a couple of weeks ago.
They would have had to pay a special fee for a truckload to run on those highways.
No, one of the tanker trucks the other day, a couple of weeks ago, had an accident and spilled a couple of 1,000 gallons into the river. And the road crosses the river 6 times, so the county, it says that the county almost will not give them permission. Right? But the real point I'm trying to get is that in California they have to do the drill with strict environment, everything is strict environmental regulations. And in Guyana we have an EPA that flare will be flare. Charge you $40 US per ton. So they tell us flare, we're going to charge you a little slack change, you know.
We don't even have a lab to test our environment to see the damages that is being done to it. And our leaders running ahead with 3 and 4 and 10 and 15 projects. One of them say Parliament, 8, 10, 14 project. These clowns.
Glenn,
these clowns.
I think, Glenn, I think we guys you have to go and protest both of them in Parliament because those clowns, the PNC, instead of integrating the PPP or what Exxon is spending, they have to integrate Exxon on what they're spending, and they have to. I think we should go and protest both of them, both of the set of clowns. The one set of clowns who wanna ask the PPP or Exxon is spending. How the hell people know what Exxon is spending? And the other clowns who wanna censure them, whatever the hell we wanna do. Both of them are set of clowns. I think we should protest both of them.
Well, I don't mind. You want to go protest on Wednesday?
Yes, let's tell them do what's in the people's interest.
Okay, count on me for that. I'll be there. I'll be there in my backyard.
No, they take like
Thank you, Paula.
They take like past Guyanese people. They're engaged in tomfoolery and nonsense while the Guyanese people are suffering, and Exxon is carrying their money every single day by the millions of US dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And
Millions? Wow. These people are taking away hundreds of millions when they come.
Yeah, hundreds.
Is every sector there?
All right. Thank you very much.
You know, Carla?
I think we have lost him there.
No, as he's talking about the millions they're taking away, right? It dawned on me that Exxon had the nerve to tell Guyana a few months back that don't worry with the 4th project, we have it covered. That we already have all the supply vessels. The supply vessels to take over the 4th project. You know what I mean, my friend? That hundreds of millions of dollars in contract will be given to the same supply vessels that are using there now.
Yeah.
To supply 1, 2, and 3.
Hello?
They're going to use that for the 4th project. So where is Glenn, Lall, Joshua, and Miss Harris, or Lall, or Singh,
Hello?
or Pradeep? Me and you don't have nothing together. It's every single piece of this project is grabbed up by these people. Like today, just now I spoke about they giving their own clients to review this project.
Hello?
This thing is sickening, you know.
Hi, Colin.
Yes, go
Good
ahead.
evening. Welcome.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
I call in concerning I'm a cattle farmer at Maikoni Abari area. Recently the government rolled out a cash grant concerning billions of dollars where they released through the parliament for these flood relief people. Mr. Glenn, you will less surprised to know that I am a cattle farmer lose $20 million worth in cattle where the flood is killed. And you will surprised to know that with this ministry called me a couple of days and give me a check for $50,000 to last $20 million in worth. $50,000 on a
And I'm pretty sure they must have given some people who never might have found.
And some people they give people who are minor foul and give their friend and the company. Dr. Waldron give his friend and the company the money.
That what I even last even a penny.
You gotta careful. You can't call people's name on the program.
Okay, sorry. They give their friend and a company the money, billions of dollars. I saw the through the parliament the president announced for these people. And give people that will last 20 million, 20 and $50 million, $50,000 and $100,000. We can't even buy a little goat kitty back to start the mine back. 50,000 can't even buy a cow calf. Not even a cow calf. And the Ministry of Agriculture, every single year, they're budgeting for billions of dollars.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
I
can feel your pain.
Some people take billions of dollars loan on the bank for do certain things because of their livelihood. And then the flood is coming. And which we know, we all know that if the government release the water through the people, through there and suffer the people. We all know that.
I hear you, brother.
And forgive people. We not expect the government to give us $20 billion back. We expect at least give us something that where we can really go back on our foot and really try to, live a comfortable life. We have to go and work now. We have to go work on the sea, so go and kill yourself, and whereby we're not getting nothing when you go see to spend 21 days. I am a boat owner. 21 days is going to spend on the sea and come up with 200 trout and 300 trout. Because why? Because you have to go to the amount of distance where you have to go and fish now. If you both have a spring and leak or leakage, you're there outside. Because you can't reach back to shore. Or if your engine broke down on you, out there with you left right there. Because the amount of there, because you can't fish in ocean now because you don't have fish in the sea anymore, because the among the oil spill that's what they have out there. Whatever you're saying, oil is not having no spill, you have spill. Because when you go certain distance, you see the water black, and it's still everything floating on it. So I don't know where Jack you're saying they don't have oil spill out here. It have. But them don't go out there to see it. Them listen to what people tell them and just understand it. But them don't know, them don't go face the struggle. You have to go, it's 20 pounds of water and 35 pounds of water to go work. 20, 35 pounds of water you have to go work for what?
Jack Dave just depend on ExxonMobil. Whatever ExxonMobil tell them, that's what he goes with. ExxonMobil tell them the fish. Their operation does not affect the fishing industry, and he agrees with that.
Imagine before time we not supposed to send the net with we hand. Now we buy winch and put it on the boat. And the winch, among the distance where we gotta go walk when it's in Gandong, the winch is balling to pull the net up. Balling. So what must be human? And his engine pulling it. So you imagine the distance where we have to go work for just get me family to survive. And sometimes sorry for me workman them. Sorry for them, because when you go see you come back with 300 fish and 400 trout. And you don't clear the expense. When you calculate the expense is $500,000-$600,000 is the expense of load one and both forgot to see. Wow. $500,000 and $600,000 me expense per trip for go there. It's 8 barrel of gas me both them go to see with and come back. When you come back with 2 barrel, 3 barrel. When you don't clear the expense, you're sorry for the workman. You have to take your share and give them, because what they have family. But them don't care nothing. Them when they month up or when they wake up, them pockets solid. Them don't look after.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. And then on the other hand, you have our president saying that he's gonna put fish cage in the Atlantic Ocean. And in the hinterland, you use fish cage in the rivers.
He don't even know for balancing a speedboat or in a canoe. He can't even balance in a canoe. What must go and put the cage?
I know, I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear you. Thank you.
You know how much is for a boatload of sand? A boatload of sand? Over $3 million and change for a boatload of sand. Them don't even know when them gonna put all them kind of thing in the water, brace you net. And he catch one of them thing, oh you have there. It's right, you have to cut it and left it and drive it only you and find $3 million again. So gonna hang sand again.
My friend,
Yeah.
unless we get out and stand up and bind ourselves together, all this, you guys are in trouble. Guyana is in
You
trouble.
know that.
Because everything that comes out of these people's mouth is Nancy story.
Mr. Glenn.
Our leaders are being sold. Our leaders are being sold.
Right now we are paying $800,000 Guyana dollar to rent a license from Suriname for go work in Suriname water. $800,000 Guyana dollar. We pay $4,000 US per year for somebody license. But we have to go rent for go and work in Suriname water.
You hear that?
Yes.
So,
I don't know what the president say. January we will get license from Suriname. You know what he say? Who don't know the style? But I know. I can tell you this. Let me tell you this. Suriname rules and regulation with the people and have with a license. We can't stand up, sir, with the people. Then we have to go and rent the Dutchman license for work because you know why? When we go to the mast, we call it mast of Suriname. When we go there, we both have to get 50 feet. We icebox have to get so much cubic. We have to get certain size of engine, and we have to get certain size of net.
Did you call him?
I hear you.
We thank that caller for his
I hear
contribution.
you. Can you get cut off?
Yeah, he's out. I thank him for his contribution.
All right. The guy made a very significant
He did.
contribution. You know, the mere fact that he says that they're renting license out of Suriname for fish.
Yeah.
For fish, Miss Harris, you know what that tells you?
Yep.
That fish is in Suriname
Yes.
because Suriname is not pumping oil.
Exactly.
Fish not in Guyana because we're pumping oil.
Exactly.
Fish is next door in Venezuela and Brazil.
Mhm.
And you have Jack Neal telling you that since he no fish this go come.
No,
But now we don't know where the fish gone.
he doesn't live with the real one.
No, they don't. They're making themselves clowns and think that people would buy into them onto this day.
Yep.
No, sir. No. All them clownish attitude you guys have and all these Bernancy stories you guys been telling this nation for the last 30 years ain't gonna pass here now. No way. Because we will be exposing you. Social media is what's going to bring you guys down to your knees. Going to give you guys a lesson to understand that you can't continue hoodwink the people of this country any longer. No, we are not going to take that. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Yes, good evening.
Hi. Good night, sir. Namaste.
Namaste, sir.
I'm happy New Year because we are still in the month of January.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Yes, you and your staff and the entire people at the Business Program. You know, I was listening to the president during the Christmas season, and he was saying that all of us in Guyana is like one big family, and we are the same. And I guess COVID has brought us to that kind of understanding. I want to know who is living the life in Guyana, like the president, enjoying all this high life, luxury, and everything else. Only a couple days ago, there was a 2-Armenian young lady with some children passing through my street, asking for clothes, if I can give them some clothes. I had no clothes to give them, but I did help them. I am thinking, and my mind told me this, that why is it that the symbol of the PNC is the palm tree? It signifies hard time. And I think about the cup, it signifies poverty and begging. And as a young man growing up, I know it used to be a cup, a small cup, but as it progressed, I see it to be a 4-gallon drum. It got bigger. And years goes by, election goes by, it become a 45-gallon drum.
So the begging becomes bigger?
Yes, bigger beggary, bigger poverty, and everything else.
And bigger palm tree.
Bigger palm tree. So I was talking to a man who used to drive a minister in the government. And I said, man, he was talking a little bit of politics. And he asked the minister, he said, Minister, why is it that you all have the people living in this condition, man? He said, boy, let me tell you the truth. We, as politicians, we don't like people get wealthy. Because when people get wealthy, they start to become thinkers. They start to do things for themselves. You can't rule them anymore. You can't give them handouts. You can't dictate their life. We wouldn't get them to go to rallies and to pasting and posters and all of that. You know, we can control them. Like when you put one muzzle on an animal, when you keep them in poverty.
Yep.
When you keep them in poverty, so they will see it as God and God says, when you become rich, you have to be a politician. Right? So we must and we should keep them poor. You know? And you know what? Poverty is something, sometimes we get accustomed to it. It's like when a rat are living on a hole, after a while, the hole will become a palace.
Yes.
You know? They get accustomed to that.
Exactly.
So, but Guyanese brothers and sisters, we are not rats. We are human beings. And we have a duty and a way of life that we should live. How we can be poor living in a country like Guyana? Can you tell a man your parents are millionaire and billionaire and the children are starved and punished?
Exactly.
You know, so sometimes when I hear what is happening in Guyana, and when I listen to speeches of this official, you should go take one job at people their house, you know. Because long time people start Nancy's story at Wake House. But he used to have good moral. He used to have good moral. But I can't understand in this age you're telling a man to go and put net cage in the sea and you will catch fish. I can't understand who is people talking to. You know, I can't really understand. And the AFC, they are telling that they will grill the PVP. Why didn't they grill them and let them pass the bill?
Exactly.
Why didn't they pass the bill in Parliament? They should have grilled them then.
A matter of fact, the first 460 million pre-contract cost was handed to the coalition. What they did with it? Nothing. 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 Another 500 million. Another 500 million. That with that 460, it actually took it to almost $1 billion American dollars pre-contract cost. Was handed under the coalition. And what they did with it? Nothing. And now you're telling us, now you want to tell this nation that we go into Parliament to grill PPP on ExxonMobil spending? Come on, guys. Come on, you Nancy storytellers.
Guyanese people wake up. We were being fooled from India. And they brought us through. My African brothers, they fooled you from Africa and bring you. That was a couple of hundreds a year ago. And you mean in this age people still fool us? They say if a man fool you once, shame on him.
Yes.
And if he fool you twice, shame on you. Shame on you.
Man, he fool you thrice.
People fool us forever, man.
He fool you thrice. What happened, man?
Wake up, Guyanese people.
No, it is criminality that's going on.
Yes. Brother, you made a wonderful point at the last program. People don't listen to the content of the speaker. They listen to who is speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is speaking?
Yeah.
If Jack Day was saying the same thing that you are saying, people will say, yes, man, this is a guru. He's saying the right thing. This is a prophet. Or if Brendan Harmer was saying the same thing, this got to be the right thing, half of Guyana. But here is it. My brother Lall is saying the right, the truthful, the honest thing. They don't want to listen because it's not coming out from a word of a politician. But my brother Lall, I have a slogan here. Lall is for all of Guyana. Lall is for all Guyana. And my fellow Guyanese, if you can't wake up now, you will dream and sleep in slumber forever. You know why? This country always been robbed and raped by foreigners and even local people. But this kind of project has brought out the real robbery. It was hiding all the time with gold on backside and think about this project and bring out the zombie.
It bring out the real criminal. It bring out the real criminal.
And if we can't get that wealthy now,
All right.
we will remain poor forever.
Oh gosh, don't even talk this thing. Don't even talk them language that. When you speak them languages, if we can't get rich now, man, I shudder to think. My heart skips beat with things like that.
Yes, because we wrong, and this is the last big project in the history of this country. When the Ali will come and Ali will come, what will be left with? Nothing.
My brother,
Nothing.
my brother.
I want to know if the Guyanese people can hold, just like how we are holding Exxon accomplice. We should hold our leaders accomplice for this.
I am saying
Guyanese people should hold them.
some of the things that is happening in this country is criminal. Some of the leaders should be placed in jail without trial or even being charged.
I tell you, there is no other party. You know, if people do this in Africa and other places, it's not right to. But you know, those are countries with certain things don't expose. But you mean in Guyana? In Guyana, I can't believe this, man. And my brother, you know, one thing is really annoying me. There are some people saying all kind of nonsense on the Facebook and the news and the media and all that. And some of them are abroad, you know. Some of them in the white man country, America and Canada, right? I want to tell them that if they feel that this government is doing a good job, I don't have a problem, but if you pack a suitcase and come over,
Correct.
I don't have a problem.
Yes.
But the one who is supporting the other side, they should pack their suitcase and come home to Guyana when they are in government, because this place will turn Dubai. So they should come home. Why work in the United States when they go hustling, slow and forget one job and pay rent and all that, when he will become heaven? Pack your
Exactly.
suitcase and come home, man.
Exactly.
You understand? They cock up them behind in one white man country and dictate whom Pashula said here in Guyana. These people are so unreasonable and godless and heartless. You understand?
I think they're more, I think,
That's the same damn reason. The same political race reason they live. And the same one them in a protest during election time, they're talking about democracy. How APNO AFC was trying to keep the democracy. Well, maybe. But what is more, is this democracy that there was a little protest in Georgetown and they want to arrest the people and take away their set and mic and whatever. Isn't that democracy? I saw in the paper, the newspaper, that the president was cleaning up Georgetown. Well, I had to laugh. It's a good job, you know. It's a good job. It's a great job. I tell you. I think if I was the president, I would get the whole of the cabinet, the government and the opposition, ask them to clean up this country. Because they mess when they got this country. They need to go to work in Puranbara or Sivan, right? And clean up this country. The only thing that I think he started the wrong place. He should have started in Parliament. Start acting from Parliament, because house cleaning has started from the top. From Parliament, then come down to the grassroots.
exactly.
They must clean up garbage. And you know what he said? The people who throw away the garbage in Georgetown is worse than the garbage. Yes. It's worse than the garbage. Exxon throw at us. Exxon worse than the garbage.
You want to hear what is worse? Hear what is worse than with this garbage thing. If our president find money to put camera to catch people throwing coke bottle on the road and charge them for that, but can't find money to put a camera to check the oil that's coming up in the country that belong to us. Huh?
Well, the saying is,
What is more?
small criminal.
Oh, what
The
is?
list of lies device to catch only small criminal.
Wow, you're right. Because they're passing laws. They're passing laws
Yes.
only to catch your ordinary thieves. When the reporter asked Ashley Singh about specific laws to deal with abuse and misuse of the oil money, the man said, no, we don't have to put special law for that. We got general law. We already got general law that deals with thieving. Yeah, that is he excused. All over the world, the people oil come got special law for thieving or interfere or abuse or do bad investment with the oil money. But Ashley Singh take out from his oil law.
Yeah, I know.
And something that is very important that people needs to understand and know to it has been binding in my mind for a while now. You know that we do not have a finance minister? We do not.
Only this program.
Listen to me. Listen to me carefully. We do not have a finance minister. Ashley Singh is not the finance minister, and there is a reason why we don't have a finance minister. The man does not want to be named a finance minister because the finance minister can go to jail. The man is the minister. The man is the minister, senior minister within the office of the president, with responsibility to the finance. Yeah, he's not finance minister. So all these things, you gotta watch and look at it with all your eyes, because all these things are. Listen, they're setting themselves up. They're taking themselves out completely from skullduggery. And anything goes wrong with the finance, you got to go to the finance minister. And we do not have a finance minister. The man he said, no, I'm not the finance minister. I am the senior minister within the office of the president, with responsibility for finance. There's a set of trickery going on in this land, man. Every twist and every turn they make in this country, it's
in my life.
Thank you.
They should have taken up. But you know why this is happening in this country? Because we are divided as a people. That is why this is happening. The Guyanese people can put hands and shoulder together. We get a change tonight. Tonight.
I hear you.
Yes, because we biting, because we look that if we don't do this, the other side will be in. And if you don't do this, the other side will be. We look at this race thing that is poisoning this nation and this hatred. I don't know how long we'll continue. And I tell you, as a human being, we have owned this world and this earth and Guyana something that if we don't make this place a better place that we came and reached,
correct,
we have failed as a human being.
Exactly.
We have failed as a human being. Our mother, it is our biological mother, but Guyana is our motherland. And we supposed to protect our country, and we are joining fathers to rape and rob our motherland. We are not patriotic Guyanese. We are not patriotic Guyanese. It's like long a man to rob your biological mother. It's the same thing. Yes.
But how do we get?
I don't know where the spiritual leaders in this country, right? And all the other politicians, those halal region newspaper. I don't know if they must sleep or in there or they migrate. You know.
It's sad.
It's made to understand the minister of agriculture said they have to negotiate and do a lot of things, because if not, the fertilizer price should probably be 20,000, but because of the good negotiation, it is only 10.5. You know,
these crumbs.
Because they work hard, and when Ashley Singh asks the president, should we tell them which country we negotiate with? That's a secret of the law, because everything like a secret. If the man can't to know which country they man negotiate with. But I want to make this last point, and because we are so divided, I bet you my last dollar, if APNO AFC was in government for this price of fertilizer, you would have seen protests in this country that you will never see before. The officials in this government would have get them out. I'm not in my position. Those would have come out. They would have come out. But asking anyone of them to come out and protest now for this high price of fertilizer and cost of living. None. Because you know why? It will be bad. It will be a sin to come out and protest win this government if you're a supporter. That is what is holding this country down and keeping us down. We are too divided. And
We have to, thank you.
divided
Thank you, my
as
friend.
politician and smile.
Thank you, my friend. Thank
I
you.
brother, you take care of all the best. You continue to the good old man. God
Thank
will
you.
bless you for this. And don't worry. You will live long enough that you can make your contribution to change
Thank you.
Guyana.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. God bless. My friend, we as a people, we have to continue. We have to continue to educate. We have to continue to wake up the people and let them see, like I always say, that we are Guyanese. We are not Afro or Indian or Amerindian. We are Guyanese, and unless we can see ourselves as Guyanese, as one people, we're doomed. We are doomed. With that said, I gotta take my leave. I gotta go. So once again, good night and God bless all of you. Thanks for listening.